It's March 4th, and here are the picks of the day. Today's picks will be college basketball picks, and the strategy that I'm going to use is reverse line movement, which is the easiest and most profitable betting strategy in the long term. If you haven't heard of reverse line movement before, check out the description for a quick summary, but also just keep watching because I'm going to explain exactly how it works as I go. So let's take this first game for example, with Idaho State going up against Montana. You can see here that the game opened up at over under 142.5 points. 76% of the public bettors chose the over, and 24% of the public bettors chose the under. So even though a majority of the public already chose the over, the bookmakers moved the line down 3 points. This line movement almost seems backwards, almost as if the bookmakers want to entice people to continue betting on the over. Think about it, if people were already betting on the over at 142.5, why would they move the line down to 139.5? It's almost like they want people to click on the over, and they'll adjust the line as much as they can to make that outcome look really appealing. Well, the reason this weird line movement happens is because the sharps have money on this game. Sharp bettors, also known as professional bettors, are individuals who are considered highly knowledgeable and skilled in sports betting. They bet larger amounts, they have a better win rate compared to the public, and the bookmakers know exactly who these individuals are. And the bookmaker will always value the sharp bettors over the public bettors. And so in this case, the reason the line moved backwards to make the over seem more appealing is because the sharps are betting on the under. And what the bookmaker will do is they'll adjust the line so that the pick that they think will lose looks as appealing as it can to the public. That's why this line was adjusted to make the over look so good. Bookmakers think that by swaying the public to the outcome that the sharps are not betting on, and if the sharps are right, then the bookmaker only has to pay out a smaller percentage of bettors. And so in a way, it becomes a profit move on their part. But whenever you see an instance like this, it's always best to side with the sharps. And so for this game, I would go with the under. Now that you know how reverse line movement works, I'll go through the rest of today's picks, but before I do, make sure you hit that subscribe button as I'll be bringing you reverse line movement picks 4 to 5 times a week. For the next matchup between Texas and Baylor, this line opened up at 146.5 points, with the majority of the public betting on the over. So even though the over was the majority vote, the bookmakers adjusted the line to make the over look even more appealing by moving the line down from 146.5 to 144.5. And this means that the sharps are betting on the under. So in this game, I would go with the under. These lines change so much that by the time you place your bet, this line might have adjusted a little too much. So I tend to tease the over-under as much as I can so that I can have a similar opening line to what the sharps had. This means that you may have odds around minus 140, but there's a much greater chance of that bet hitting. But that'll do it for today's reverse line movement picks. As always, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.